so I got my new mouse today, actually two of them for £1, so that's a good deal. And I got these cables as well, USB 3 1 meters extension cables just for the mouse basically, so I can have it further away. But yeah, looks kind of cool. Better charge up this battery because it hasn't been used for a while, so better charge it up for the next video. And here we have a piece of shit dusty old Skybox. We'll open this up, get the hard drive out, which anything it's good for. And yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone's seen one of these before. Got a good old couple 100 gig hard drive in there. And these have actually got normal screws as well, if I can get it in the shot. So it should be a lot easier to open in that Virgin box. Virgin box you're going to have to get opened by a tool commonly known as a hammer. That's the only way you're going to get into that Virgin box, because they use some weird screwdrivers, which I don't know if I have to open them up. I might have, but I'll probably end up using a hammer anyway, because I looked through the gaps with a torch and it doesn't look like there's any hard drive in that Virgin box. But yeah, old Sky boxes and old UV boxes have both got hard drives, so they're worth actually salvaging parts out of. But this is going to be a lot easier to open in that shitty Virgin box, so I'll probably end up using a hammer for that, just for fun. And there you go guys, inside of a Skybox. Probably the most interesting out of the UV and Virgin boxes. It's got the biggest heatsink here. Going to be useful for something. Got a nice hard drive in there, actual 3.5 inch instead of the 2.5. I'm not 100% sure what gigabyte it is now, but also you can salvage fans out of these Skyboxes as well, so it's not all just about hard drives. You can get a nice 5-volt fan there. So yeah, always good. Yeah, part of the fun. So we're going to get the hard drive out of here and probably discard the rest of it. Right, so in this Skybox we've got a 500 gigabyte, pitiful really, but there you go. Seagate hard drive, SATA, 3.5 inch. So yeah, salvaged 2 hard drives today and chucked away some old junk that we don't need. But yeah, here's what's left of the rest of it. Had to proper butcher it just to get the hard drive out, including the front. The front is pretty much non-existent, and I had to bend these pins down here because they were just pointing up. They're probably worth salvaging as well for whatever reason. All sorts of little bits in here, but you know, not a lot you can salvage really. There's a fuse. You could salvage a fuse from there. Maybe a transformer. But yeah, it's all part of the fun. Right, today I'm going to be taking apart this piece of shit TalkTalk UV box just to get the hard drive out, because it is totally useless. Just does fucking random bullshit at the startup, does a refresh, does a restart, does a factory reset, and it just doesn't work. No matter what you do, it is fucked. So I'm just going to take it apart. I'm going to get the hard drive out of it. And yeah, looking at the back, found out the reason it don't work. It's got pulse fitting on it, so it's obviously a gay box. TalkTalk giving out a bunch of fucking pulses. Very strange. So yeah, this is a piece of shit box. The only thing good about it is probably the hard drive inside, so we're going to open it up, get the hard drive out, and actually salvage something decent out of this piece of shit. And here we are, we've got a 320 gig SATA hard drive. It's a 2.5 inch, like a laptop basically. Trying to get a decent picture of it, but here we go. Probably the best picture I can get is sideways. But yeah, basically that's all the crap. It's really badly made. They've actually got, which is very strange, but they've got a USB on the side, but if you have a look on the actual Right, yeah. So there's a hole here on the side that I've never noticed before, and it's a secondary, like an internal USB. It's basically added on, but they've got a USB at the back. So yeah, they've got a USB at the back, wherever that is, there it is, and they've got one here on the side. So that must be one of them is how they program it. But yeah, got a little heat sink here, no fan, but there is a heat sink, so that's something. It's very hot, so could be an overheating issue, reason why it doesn't work very well to start with. Who knows, I don't really care. I just come here for the hard drive. So yeah, looking at it, it's a Western Digital, so it's a decent hard drive. It's in a very good condition. They've even got suspension here, so if you're moving it around, it doesn't cause damage or anything like that. It's not very bouncy, not very I don't see the point in it. It's just so tightly done up that it has no effect. This thing is actually solid. There's no point having suspension if the suspension hasn't got any room to move. So what they've done is done this up a bit too tight. They've used screws that are a bit too short, and it's got no room to move around. So imagine a suspension on a car. If you was to tighten it up so that it was ineffective, there'd be no point in it, which is exactly what they've done here. But I don't think it's a hard drive issue. I think it's something else, and the hard drive is probably the only decent thing in it. So I'll be taking that out. I've got another Virgin box we'll get to in a minute, and we'll do the same with that.